So good day. It's after lunch and I am very excited to get started on a project that has actually been on my mind for a good 2 months now. I finally got all the bits together and I'm going to give it a try. But before I do, I thought I'd give you just a little bit of an update as to where I've been lately and why I haven't been on the internet, basically. If you saw my video, what to pack in your hospital bag, you would know that we had a little boy and we are absolutely delighted with him. He is such a gorgeous little baby. So far the easiest baby that I've looked after, and so that has been a lovely treat. And in the meantime, we also celebrated my sister's wedding, I think during one of my filming sessions when I was doing some gardening mid last year, maybe springtime last year. Mary and Duncan arrived at our house and shared some very exciting news about their engagement. Well, fast forward to now, they are married, and so we just celebrated with them on Friday. They brought their wedding forward a little bit because of kind of COVID things, restrictions, and just it's a bit of a gamble really when you're trying to plan a large event as to whether it will go ahead or not. So in the end, they brought it forward just to make sure that it would be able to go ahead. And so we were delighted. It was a beautiful day. It was just such a delight to share their joy and join in the celebrations with them. And then just yesterday, we celebrated my husband's 30th birthday. So it's been very busy here in this household, but a very wonderful kind of busy. I've really enjoyed so many more moments. I organised a party for Durham, and I had thought to make it a surprise party, but to be honest, our lives are so integrated, especially with him working from home at the moment, that it seemed a little bit impossible to be doing anything without him knowing about it. So I ended up telling him about the party that I was planning for him. And it turned out to be very good because I'm not sure that I would have been able to get the family organised and the house tidied in time for everybody's arrival. So lovely as all those things were, I am, however, looking forward to some just regular routine life so that I can work on my projects a little bit more, get back to talking to you guys, and just take a bit of a breather. So that's where we're at. Now, as for the project that I'm working on today, I am planning to make my own lip balm. So a little bit of a backstory. Why I wanted to make my own lip balm is because, sorry, I'm just going to swap arms. I'm getting very tired. I'm not used to holding the camera anymore. I really do value having some SPF in my lip balm. I bought one from Jane Iredale that I really like, and that's SPF 25. I also got as a gift one from Aesop, and that I think was also SPF 25. Both of them very high quality lip balms, very effective, and they do prevent my lips from burning and cracking while I'm out in the sun, which happens quite a lot in an Australian summer, as you would imagine. But unfortunately, both of those products, and I imagine any other products that are of such quality, are quite pricey, and it's something that I, at this point in time, just can't afford to buy on a regular basis. So it got me thinking, Scrooge? I don't think I'm a Scrooge. Ever the bargain hunter. I like to see if I can get what I want for a better price. So I looked around and found a recipe that I'm keen to try, and I also found some little plastic tubes at 30 cents each, and I splurged and bought some little stickers to put on the tubes. And so now that I've collected all the ingredients, I am finally going to give it a try. Ready to start. I've got my recipe here, which I got from ourinspiredroots.com, and so it says it's SPF 30, and that's mostly based on the red raspberry seed oil. But I think that just to make sure, I'm going to put some zinc oxide in as well. So here are all my tubes with the stickers already applied to the sides of the tubes. And I've just, as you can see, used a rubber band to hold them all together so they don't tip over while I'm trying to pour them. Talking of pouring, I found these cream horn molds which have these small little holes in the end, and so I'm hoping that might make a good funnel to fill the tubes. And so here are the ingredients I'm planning to use. I've got coconut oil, olive oil, cocoa butter, some beeswax, some zinc oxide, the key ingredient, red raspberry oil, which it's supposed to have some kind of SPF factor. I'm not actually sure how much. So the SPF of this recipe I cannot verify, but it should have some amount of SPF for sure. And then I've got some peppermint essential oil just to give it a little bit of a scent as well as a bit of zing when you put it on. That sort of nice cooling feeling. And so let's give it a go. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of cocoa butter, that's sort of finely grated, and 1 tablespoon of beeswax. So I'm just going to stir it gently until it's all dissolved, and then I'll take it off the heat. I'm just using a metal skewer to stir it so that I've got less to clean up and less wastage. Now it's just starting to get to the point where it's solidifying again. And so I will now add the raspberry oil, it's red raspberry seed oil, and that will be 1.5 teaspoons. Stir that quickly because it's obviously having an effect on the mixture. And then 15 to 25 drops of peppermint essential oil. I'm just going to heat it a little bit again just to stop it sticking to the edges. And then I'm going to mix in just a 1/2 teaspoon of zinc oxide just to make sure I don't overdo it. So I don't want that white sheen when you put it on. Well, I think I'm going to do less than that actually. Maybe more like a 1/4 teaspoon. I was very happy with how this lip balm turned out. The consistency is very smooth and easy to apply, and I liked how the zinc didn't give any kind of white sheen on the lips. I would, however, next time probably add a little bit more beeswax just so that it doesn't melt when I'm out and about in the hot sun. Well, hello again everybody. It's a new day. I am not looking my best today, not very put together, but that's okay. It has been just gorgeous weather. After weeks and weeks of temperatures in the high 30s to mid 40s, It's been a very welcome break with a lovely downpour of rain this morning, and the temperature's only 24, I think, and it has just released all the beautiful smells of the Australian bush. I've come outside to enjoy the smell of fresh earth and eucalyptus trees, and it's just it's very, very pleasant, and it brings back lots of happy memories of spending time outdoors. It's definitely giving me some very happy vibes today. So I've come outside to do a little bit of work, and as you would have seen in the earlier clip, I spent some time just pulling off a bunch of regrowth from a tree that we are trying to remove, but we don't really have the right equipment, and so it's taking us a while to do it, I guess, the hard way. But we're hoping that with persistence, even if we don't have the right tools, it will eventually give up and we can get it out. And so I thought maybe I'd take you around the backyard and show you some of the plans and point out, I guess, what the plan is for this area and how it's coming along. Because I think the last time you would have seen it would have been maybe when we moved in, actually. So it's been a while and not that much has changed, but we have definitely been making plans and changes are afoot. I'll admit that this backyard is really looking not its best right now because we have a lot of dead foliage, I guess, just branches that we chopped down from this tree that we are trying to get rid of. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get to finish the job because baby arrived shortly after we started, and so a number of weeks later it is still a job yet undone, but as I said, we'll get to it soon. My brother kindly gave me these pallets. He works in a recycling place, and so he was able to salvage these for me, and he kindly dropped them off. So I'm going to be using those to make some compost bays. And then I've been trying to think about how best to use what is already on hand so I can get some vegetable gardens underway sooner rather than later. And so I'm thinking at this stage, oh, here's a little skink. He ran away. I'm thinking at this stage I might use some of these concrete slabs and sort of dig them in upright into the ground and do something to sort of keep them all level and straight, and then I can mark out some garden beds and fill them with homemade compost, and that would be a very cost-effective way of getting some veggies up and running. So the vegetable beds, we're going to put them in around here, because this is at this point in time, it's the sunniest part of the backyard, and I'd always hoped that the backyard would be more of our produce garden, whereas the front would be more ornamental. So I'm going to at some point mark out with some stakes where they're going to go. These trees along the fence line are going to have to go as well, because they are definitely damaging the fence. You might be able to see they've been scraping the fence up there, and they are pushing over the fence, as you can see from this angle here. And so what we're going to have to do is take them out, see what repairs the fence needs, and then the idea is to put in some nice strong firm trellising just about 30 centimeters off from the fence and put in some fruit trees. So that's the plan. It's very exciting, but unfortunately right now it's all in my head and all we're looking at is a dirty backyard. But watch this space and I'll keep you updated as we make some progress over the next few weeks and months. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's been lovely having you join me, and it's been nice to keep you updated as to what's happening around the place here. Yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Bye.